Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. If you're looking for jewelry that makes an impact on your self-care routine and your style, Empowerography would love to offer you a discount code to one of our exclusive partners, Quartz & Canary Jewelry and Wellness Company. Please use code EMPOWER15 to receive 15% off upon checkout at www.quartzandcanary.com. Quartz & Canary is truly the place where spirituality meets style. Hello there, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Jiordana Saade. She is a holistic nutritionist based in Oakville, Ontario. How are you doing today, Jiordana?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks so much for asking, Brad.
Good. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for agreeing to be part of this community and part of my podcast and share a bit about your story and your journey with us here today.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you. It's such an honor. I'm such a fan of the podcast.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here. Really looking forward to jumping in and chatting with you today. So speaking of which, you are a holistic nutritionist with a background in psychology. That's a pretty interesting combination. Did you set out or plan to get certified as a nutritionist and a degree in psychology with the plans of combining the two in your work and your business?
Well, first of all, thank you. It is a pretty interesting combination, I guess, but I had no idea that This is where life would take me. I guess I began a psychology degree when I was in my early 20s, and I wound up pregnant at 22. Okay. So I dropped out of school without finishing the program and had my son. And I learned a little bit. I think I was kind of going to school at that point to just go to school because that's what I did. But yeah, when I was pregnant, naturally I gained quite a bit of weight, which was really troubling for me since I grew up with childhood obesity. So I worked really hard to get into shape prior to my pregnancy. And then after I had my son, I became more interested in nutrition, and I decided to return to school when he was 9 months old to become a holistic nutritionist.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was here that I was learning about things like how neurotransmitters and the way the body worked. And it became very obvious to me that nutrition has a huge impact on mood and behavior. So there's a connection between like where diet directly impacts mood because it's the single factor that contributes to our cellular makeup. Right. But it wasn't until I was like really working in an obesity clinic that I saw the connection between diet and behavior in the sense where it's really hard for people to make behavior changes surrounding food habits. So I went back to pursue a degree in behavioral psychology.
Wow. Yeah. That's ambitious for sure. Looking back on your own, as you just alluded to, looking back on your own personal struggles with eating disorders and child obesity, did that spark the interest in the career path you chose, the area of work you are in currently?
I mean, absolutely. But I never really intended on it being a career. I was just genuinely interested because I wanted to heal myself. Okay. Yeah. So, and then I recognized that I was not alone, and there were many others struggling with a similar background, and it's kind of the same story. So now my entire career is just helping others to overcome the same struggles that I went through.
Amazing. Can you talk a bit about your own personal struggles that you dealt with when you were younger?
Yes, for sure. When I was younger, not many people in my class were overweight. It was a different time back then. So I stuck out like a sore thumb, and my mom is Italian and my father's Palestinian. So these are two really big food cultures. Yes. Yeah. So my mom was also a chef. And so there was always festive food in the house. So it was like Christmas Eve every day here. People would come all the time to eat the food. And there was a lot of attention on food too. So whether or not I was eating and what size I was, and food became really an emotional crutch for me. Right. And my weight really broadcasted the food disorder. So it's something I literally wore on me. Yeah. But I was ridiculed in elementary school and ended up switching schools in grade 6. But unfortunately, yeah, the bullying didn't really stop there. It just kind of like relocated.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think that most people have been bullied for one thing or another, if it's your size or your hair. But the main issue with this is that you learn very early on that you're not good enough the way that you are.
Yeah.
And living with the idea that like I'm not lovable or accepted made me want to hide parts of myself. Yeah. And I began to act in inauthentic ways, just to, fit in or become accepted.
Right.
Yeah. So I always felt like I could not really truly be myself because I wouldn't be accepted. And even when I lost the weight, these deep rooted thought patterns continued, but they just manifested in other ways in my life. So I think that this led to, because I was not really acting authentic, this led to like deep bouts of depression. And this went on for so long that I didn't even really know who I was anymore. And it took me a really long time to kind of do the work and begin to uncover who I am and begin to accept parts of myself that I kind of like tucked away.
That's horrible. Absolutely horrible that any kid, I mean, my girls were bullied. I was bullied as a kid. So as you said, I'm sure most kids go through some form of bullying, but it's terrible. It's absolutely heartbreaking when you feel you have to be inauthentic and change who you are just to fit in with the people that are being assholes. And so sad.
Totally.
It's terribly sad.
It is. Yeah.
So can you tell us, you had mentioned that diet affects moods. Can you tell us a bit about that and how diet does affect moods and the connection between the brain and the gut?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to try and not make this like super scientific.
Layman's terms, please.
So essentially the brain and the gut or the stomach are literally both created at the same time in vitro. So they are connected through something called the vagus nerve, which regulates important nervous system mechanisms like our fight and flight or our rest and digest, which is like our stress response.
Right.
But the vagus nerve also transports nutrients from the stomach to help produce neurotransmitters in the brain. So neurotransmitters are just essentially a fancy word for like the message that they're messages in the brain that tells our body what to do and how to feel and how to behave. So food is really the starting point of this. It's the source of who we are. We are literally made up of the nutrients that we derive from food. So when you say it like that, it's kind of obvious, but people just forget about it. Like people don't really think about how food is literally our exact makeup.
So literally we are what we eat.
Yes, literally we are. Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we don't feed ourselves with anything other than food. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important. But from my experience, all mood disorders are related to like these three things. So it could either be a deficiency of a specific nutrient, a toxin, a pathogen. So a pathogen would be like a viral infection or parasites or candida. And when we talk about, obviously stress is a really important factor as well, but what stress would do is it would create deficiencies in the body because stress requires like a lot of nutrients. So
right.
Yeah. Okay. So mental health disorders are never really the root of the issue. They're really just the symptoms of an imbalance. Mm-hmm. So I believe that if we can feed the body what it needs, we can create an environment where the body can heal and the symptoms will go away.
Wow. Okay. Once you graduated as a holistic nutritionist from school, you went right to work in an obesity medicine clinic. Was this your intention through school to become your work? While you were in school, that you wanted to help and work with people that deal with obesity and diet issues?
Actually, no, not at all. When I was in school, I actually swore I would never do weight loss. I originally thought it was just more superficial and I wanted to dig much deeper. But now I know it's exactly where I need to be because weight gain, again, is not the root cause of an issue. It's usually a symptom of another underlying imbalance or a psychological issue. Because like nobody wakes up and they're like, you know what, today I just want to be obese. Like,
no, of course not.
It doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
It's a process of self-destruction and food conditioning. And it's not as simple as eat this and don't eat that. So I think it's the perfect fit for me since I have experience.
Yeah.
It's almost like that saying, what is it? You should never trust a skinny cook.
Something to that effect. Yeah.
I feel that when it comes to weight loss, I think it would be hard to take advice from somebody who's like who never had to lose weight. So yeah, I think my experience really like helps my practice.
Do you know of other nutritionists who also have a background in psychology? I mean, I just wonder, because through reading about your journey and speaking with you here, there seems to be a ton of connections, or it's all connected between the brain and the stomach and diet and human behavior. So is this something common, or is this something that just you fell into and you wanted to pursue the psychology part of it? Like, do you know of other holistic nutritionists that also have a background in psychology as well?
From my graduating class, I was the only one who took this approach.
Okay.
However, of course, on Instagram or other nutritionist networks, there are definitely, I would say most nutritionists are interested in the psychological impact that food has. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a rare breed when it comes to my credentials and actually like marrying the two concepts.
Right.
But I think that other nutritionists that are similar to me, that have the connection between psychology and nutrition, have also been through their own mental health struggles.
Right. So, okay.
Yeah.
What would you say is one of your favorite parts of your job or your career?
Well, I love it all. But yeah, I guess my favorite part is really just getting to give hope to people that are really burnt out and that have felt that they have tried everything with no success.
Yeah.
And I also really love when my clients send me like progress photos, because then I'm able to watch them gain confidence like week by week. And it's everything. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, I'm sure that's got to be one of the most incredible feelings in the world.
Yeah, it really is everything.
So you're the founder of the Mind-Full Clinic. Can you tell us a bit about the clinic and how long ago it was started?
Yeah, absolutely. So since COVID, the Mind-Full Clinic is completely virtual.
Okay.
But I have been practicing as a nutritionist for 5 years. And it wasn't until this past summer that I really started to work on my own brand, because I was working at Dr. Abraham's clinic for a long time. So
right.
I wasn't really able to spend the time that I needed to like work on my own brand.
Right.
But I'm in the process currently of launching like my new website and programs that I've put into practice for the past 5 years. So just by finding like what works and what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But the clinic offers one-to-one coaching on an as-needed basis, or intensive 3-month programs that focus specifically on like either binge eating and obesity, or chronic disorders like autoimmune disorders or mental health conditions. And the programs are extremely specific, and I've honestly poured like my whole heart and soul into them.
Amazing.
Yeah. So they'll be officially launching on January 1st. I was going to launch them before, but then I was like, I don't know about launching a weight loss program during Christmas time. I don't know.
Yeah, it might not be the best idea.
Yeah. So,
well, congratulations on all that. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I am still using the programs with my current clients to test the efficacy. But also because I think it's unethical to wait to launch for a program, for a launch date, if it's truly the best way of like.
Yeah. Okay. Right? So what prompted you, or what inspired you to break out on your own and start your own clinic?
Actually, Dr. Abraham closed the clinic in Oakville. So he's doing a bunch of other really fantastic stuff. So I probably would have stayed there for a longer time, but I'm so glad. I'm glad that he closed the clinic, but I'm so glad that I was given the opportunity to really put more effort into my own brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I really believe that everything happens for a reason, and him and I still work together. So, it was a blessing, but yeah, it was really because he closed the clinic. And so then I was like, okay, now what?
Well, I guess that was kind of the push for you, right? That was the push you needed to do it.
Yeah. And that was also when I went back to school too. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. How did you come up with the name for your clinic?
Good question. So I really wanted to kind of emphasize the gut and brain connection. And I thought that like mindful is a term that people use all the time.
Yes.
But if it's like mind and then full, like a full belly,
yes.
I like really captured that. But yeah.
Very clever.
It came to me in the shower.
Very clever.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, I read you're also in the process of co-authoring a book. Can you tell us a bit about the book and what it's all about? Maybe even a working title?
Of course. So the book is being written with Dr. Ibrahim, and he's probably the most fascinating and admirable doctor I've ever met. Him and I work one-on-one together in the clinic, like I mentioned. So we still collaborate with patients. And he's gone on to publish like multiple peer-reviewed articles on obesity-related topics. So he published his first book called Reversible last year. And it's essentially just all about how like metabolic diseases like high blood pressure, cholesterol, cardiovascular disease are all related to like one variable, which is obesity, and that they're all 100% reversible. So this book is a sequel of the first book. And so it's more of a journal style. It's kind of like a step-by-step process of how to reverse obesity and its related disorders using like nutritional and psychological interventions.
Very cool.
Yeah.
When do you have any idea when the book will be released?
Yeah. So we're completely done writing it. And it's just we're just going back and forth with editors. So I think that we really wanted to release it before the end of the year. And I think that's still the plan.
Awesome.
But we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself doing any other kind of work, or do you feel that this is like, do you feel like this is your mission in life? This is your purpose. This is what you're here for, is to help people deal with this and eat and feel better. And is this your mission, you think?
Yeah. I mean, this is 100% my mission. Yeah. It wasn't planned. It just kind of happened, but I literally don't ever stop working, and most of my time, and it doesn't even feel like work. So that's how I know that this is the right career for me. Mm-hmm. And and it's amazing that I'm able to make a career out of the lessons that I've learned in my own life. Like, it seems too good to be true, to be honest.
Isn't it an incredible feeling when you actually find that thing that you were meant to do? Like you just feel it with every fiber of your being that this is why you're here. This is your purpose. It's one of the most incredible things.
I feel extremely lucky to have found it. And when I say found it, it sounds like, oh, it's just one thing and it's done. And I know that that's not the case. Like, because year by year, even month by month, you just continue to evolve, right? Like it just, then more things, like you're introduced to more people and more opportunities open. So it's it's an ever evolving process, but I really am so lucky that I found something that I'm so passionate about, and that makes a difference. But if I were to do any other thing, if I could, I would do something in fashion. I love fashion.
Well, maybe you can add that to your resume. There's nothing that says you can't have more than one career.
Yeah, that's very true.
But then that's also time dividing,
and I can't I'm not, one of my downfalls is I am not very creative in the sense, like I can't draw or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know, but I'll just appreciate it from afar.
All right. Well, there you go. To date, what would you say is your biggest high or your greatest win?
That's a tough one. Not because I have so many, but just because a lot of the great things that have happened to me are like equally good. But I think I would probably have to say being chosen to be valedictorian for when I was in school for nutrition. It was just such an honor. And that was probably my greatest win.
That's a very memorable moment for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become so successful?
So I am extremely intuitive with other people as well as myself. I just don't always listen to my intuitions. So I'm working on that, but I'm also very self-motivated. So I think it would be really hard to be an entrepreneur or get to the level that I'm at now without having a drive every single day to just do all the work that I need to.
Okay. Can you share a situation that's occurred in your life that you feel provides insight as to your character?
Yeah, absolutely. So after I had my son, it would have been really easy for me to find a general 9 to 5. And this is kind of going back to, is this, when we were just saying, is this my passion?
Yes.
So, I could have just easily settled, and just done whatever to put food on the table. but I knew that I would just never be satisfied. And I really wanted to provide a good life for my son. So my parents were immigrants, and my dad worked like a dog his whole life to provide for us. And I saw how tight finances affected my family. And I really just don't want that for my son. I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. So I think that my decision to go back to school when he was so young and not stop there, but then continue to like further my education and ideally complete a PhD while working full time and taking care of him. Yeah, it's like, it's a lot.
That is. Well, you get your work ethic from your father, obviously. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is a lot. It's really hard work every day, but I know it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just kind of keep, just looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. But like that would probably be the one thing that I would say speaks to my character.
Awesome. What makes you feel inspired or like your best self?
I really like to teach and to educate others on concepts that are going to make a difference in their life. So I really feel like my best self when I'm sharing information that's important to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say is one of the most important things you've learned in your life? And what was your life like before learning it? And what was your life like after learning it?
This is such a good question. I would have to say the most important thing I've learned is not to be afraid of who I am, like deep down.
Mm-hmm.
Before I knew this, I would hide parts of myself or lie about my life because I felt a deep desire to be accepted.
Yeah.
And I have to continue working on this one. So but there's always things about myself, or there's always things about yourself that you're not going to love, and you don't have to love every single part.
Right.
You just have to accept it. And so now, my life after learning this, I feel free. Like I just feel free to be who I am.
That's an amazing lesson. And not everybody gets to that point where they do learn that and accept it. It's a very tough thing to learn. And it's, again, it all goes back to mindset and self-awareness and self-love. And it's all, I think everything, absolutely everything starts with you and self-awareness and self-love. That's where that's the basis for everything.
Absolutely. It really is. Yeah. And once you get that, like, everything else just kind of falls into place.
That's right. That's right. And like you said, you're free to be who you are.
Yeah.
It's completely freeing.
Yeah. It's great, actually.
Who would you say have been the 3 most influential people in your life?
This was another really tough one for me. I have so many unbelievable role models. Like I have 4 older sisters. Mm-hmm. So they're all in their own way so influential, but I'm going to highlight 2 of them in particular.
Okay.
So my eldest sister, Angie, she is so unbelievably wise, and she gives the best advice, and she's very intuitive as well. And she's just really like in tune with like the universe and nature, and she's just like wonderful. So she's kind of like a spiritual figure in my mind. And my other sister, Catherine, she's like so hardworking and determined. And I admire her for her ability to persevere through any situation. She also like doesn't take shit from anybody.
That's important in life for sure.
Yeah. And then the third one would be Dr. Nicole Avina. So she's been a role model of mine for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And I was lucky enough to meet her. She actually was the doctor who conducted the study and wrote about the evidence for sugar being just as addictive as cocaine, and the way that like sugar manipulates dopamine levels. So she's just like a huge inspiration for me. And when I saw her speak, like I expected her to be this like really old, like, I don't know, scientist. And she's like this super hot young woman. And she, like, I was just like, wow, if she can do that, like I can also make big changes. Like I can like do big research and stuff. So yeah, her.
Awesome. What would you say is one of your favorite quotes?
This has been my favorite quote for a really long time. So it's by Henry Ford, and it's whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
I love that quote. That's a great one. For sure. For sure. What does the word success mean to you?
I think that success means being able to change people's lives for the better, but it also means being able to afford time. So this is something that like I'm not there yet. And I hope that once I'm finished with all my schooling and everything, I will be able to afford that. But being able to afford time to like spend with your family, but then at the same time, like giving back to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were guaranteed the correct answer to one question in life, what would you ask?
Yeah. So like there was just no way that I could pick one question here. So I'll give you, So the first would be, what is the meaning of life? What are the next jackpot lottery numbers? And then finally, are there aliens?
Okay. I love it. If you could sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with anyone in the world, alive or dead, who would it be and why? Great
question. So this is like a very easy one for me to answer. Actually, it would 100% be Carl Rogers. So he's like the founder of humanistic psychology.
Okay.
And he believes in a more optimistic view of the human experience. So psychology can kind of be a little bit like, especially if we think about like Freudian type of psychoanalysis, where it's a little bit dark.
Yeah.
So Carl Rogers he believes that humans are self-motivated and that we're all moving towards self-actualization, which can only be achieved if you've been shown unconditional love. So when we have been given conditions as a child, so my condition was, oh, you're not lovable unless you're thin.
Right.
It makes us hide parts of ourselves. And then it's the inauthenticity that creates disorders in the future, like anxiety and depression.
Okay.
So I really resonate with his view. And yeah, I think he's like.
So you agree with that then?
Absolutely.
100%?
100%.
Okay. What does the word empowerment mean to you?
It means being free and capable.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
I would say capable. I would say that I'm like anything that or really anybody else, but just from my own experience, anything that I set my mind to and really want, I have the capabilities of achieving.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is your personal motto?
If you don't ask, the answer is always no.
I love that. You know, this has come up quite a bit lately in the past few weeks about asking for help and the fact that our self-limiting beliefs and getting our own way and being able to get the fuck out of our own heads and just ask. All you have to do is open your mouth and ask. The worst that can happen is the person says no. That's
Absolutely.
all. So just do it. If you need the help, there's no shame in asking for help.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 99% of the time, people are more than willing to help.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's just that initial opening your mouth and letting the words come out to ask for it. Because I think there's shame associated with asking for help.
Totally. And I think fear of being rejected.
Yes, for sure. That's what I was going to say. That's the second part of that is fear of rejection. But I think the bigger part of it is, my train just derailed.
I think like shame because
yes.
Yeah. Because maybe you're shameful that you don't have all the answers.
That's right. You're admitting that you can't do it yourself.
Yeah. But like, this is why, I mean, not why, but the human experience is meant to be one where there's an exchange of information between like we're just better together.
Yeah.
No way that one person is born with like everything that they need to know. We learn from
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Yeah. And then also in the sense where like, if you don't ask the universe, like if you don't like try or do like go for it, then you're never going to get there. The answer is always going to be no. Well,
and you'll also always wonder, should have done that? Or I wonder what would have happened if I had tried that. Or I wonder if that person would have helped me if I asked. Or, it's all mindset though. It's all mindset. You just have to shift or pivot that mindset. And there is no shame in asking for help at all.
Absolutely.
What makes you smile?
My son.
How old is your son?
He'll be 5 soon.
Okay.
So, him, and then my friends as well. I also I watch Modern Family, and it's one of the
That's a great show.
It's such a good show. So that would probably be it.
Okay. Money or fame?
Right. So before I had kids, I would have definitely said fame.
Yeah.
But now I think I'll take the money.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird for sure. Yeah, I wake up like an extra hour and a half before anybody in the house just to have some time on my own.
Oh, are you part of the 5 a.m. club?
I am, yeah. I am. I love the quiet mornings.
Yeah.
It's like chaos with children.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and this is when I can really kind of ground myself and work on gratitude and journaling and setting my intentions for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that when I don't do this, I'm so much more stressed out throughout the day because I haven't really had time to like organize my thoughts.
Yeah. If you were writing your autobiography, what would the title be?
It's a really good question. I think I would call it Evolve.
That's an interesting name. I like that.
I'm kind of obsessed with like the notion of evolution and how like there are never really problems in anybody's. I mean, of course, there are horrible things that happen to people, including myself. And I'm not like discounting that by any means, but like if we just have the mindset where we take it on as a challenge, then we can really like learn and grow and like we can evolve into the next stage of our lives.
Yeah.
So this is something that I'm learning now, looking back at all of the like highs and lows of life that I've had. But yeah, I think I'd call it Evolve.
I like that. It's a good title.
Thank you.
Who do you turn to when you feel stuck?
So if my husband is listening, I'm sorry that it's not you. I mean, I definitely would turn to him if I want someone to listen to me. But if I really need someone to intervene and take action, it would be my best friend, Scarlett. So I've known her my whole life. Mm-hmm. She's always had my back. She is a lawyer now, so she's also my legal consult. But she's literally written like every resume, professional email. She's the reason I got into university, like when I was younger, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just has all the answers that I don't. So
all right, yeah, that's a lot of pressure on one person. All the answers.
Yeah, she's great.
What is the most recent investment you've made in yourself?
Great question. So this actually is a really important investment. So it was just investing in someone to create my website. So I mentioned that I'm not creative and especially when it comes to technology, like I am a dinosaur. It's so bad. And it's really hard because especially with COVID now, like everything is virtual. So it's a big learning curve for me. Just hiring somebody to do my website. I went with Rose Designs. She's amazing. Her name's Marley. And it's a real process, but it's worth it, every penny.
Okay. If you could set up a billboard anywhere, where would you put it and what would it say?
I think that I would put at least one in every big city. But I think all it would say on it is "You are enough."
I love that. Very straightforward and to the point and very huge impact.
Thank you.
For sure. Would you rather be able to dance like Michael Jackson or sing like Freddie Mercury?
Okay, so I think dance like Michael Jackson, but I have to admit that because I'm also not very I don't know much about pop culture. So I had no idea who Freddie Mercury was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, for shame, Jiordana.
I know. It's
that's horrible. How could you not know who Freddie Mercury is?
I know, it was really awful. My husband, he wouldn't even tell me. He was like, you have to figure this out yourself.
So you Googled it.
Of course. Yeah. And I know Queen, I've listened to Queen my whole life. I just I'm not very good with names or stars.
Oh my gosh. And you listen to them even.
Yeah.
For shame. Oh.
It is very, very shameful. I'm not proud of this moment.
All right, let's move right along. I don't even want to finish the interview. This is horrible. What gives you the motivation to keep going?
Yeah, very easily my son. And just just myself. Like, it's like I have a fire inside of me.
Yes, that you obviously do. You've proven that through this conversation 100%. You are an inspiration for sure.
Oh, thank you.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
I would tell her that you are enough. Mm-hmm. And I would say that you don't need to be anyone else but yourself, and not to worry about whether or not you're going to be successful or if opportunities will come, because the opportunities and the people that are meant for you, they will just come. That's how it works.
Yeah. My dad always told me when I was a kid growing up, he says, what's meant for you will never go by you. Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I grew up hearing those words all the time.
Oh, I'm writing that down. That's so
And lastly, Jiordana, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, what would that last 30 seconds sound like?
Okay, so I used to say this all the time, and this is actually a piece of advice that I got from my oldest sister, Angie. So I would say, if you picture your life as a literal journey and all you have with you is your backpack, every person and every situation that is in your life, you carry with you. If someone or something is not making your backpack lighter, don't carry it with you. Take it out of your backpack and let that shit go.
I love that. That's amazing. That is inspirational as hell.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. That's so true. It makes so much sense when you look at it that way. It's dumbed down to something so simple as a journey and your backpack. That is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, and I've told that to a few of my friends, and now, like, some of them are like, if any situations happen, she's like, get out of my backpack. Get out.
I love that. Tell your sister Angie that's incredible.
I will.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Jiordana, for being here today and sharing your journey and a bit about your story and what you've been through, your struggles. And it's just been an absolute pleasure and so inspirational speaking with you. You truly are an inspiration, and I so appreciate you and appreciate you agreeing to be part of this podcast and be part of the community that I'm building here. It's been an absolute honor having you here and speaking with you today.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you. It's an honor being even coupled with some of the amazing women that I've listened on your podcast. Like, it's just, yeah, I can't even believe that I'm like somewhat in that same kind of like line of people. But
100% you are.
But thank you. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. It was so much fun. Great question.
It was my pleasure. Once again, my name is Brad Walsh, host of your Empowerography Podcast. My guest today was Jiordana Saade. She is a holistic nutritionist based in Oakville. Thanks, Jiordana. Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at viseuphoria.ca and follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.